All right. Hopefully you can hear me. All right, Maya's here. What's up, everybody? Great to see you. We are live from the studio doing a little bit more live streams. I'm going to try some vertical format. Is it slimming? Vertical format. Excited to try that out, see how it goes. I'm going to do, we're not going to be on for a ton of time today, but we are going to be on for a little bit of time because I want to show you some cool bags I got in from a new maker. That's not right. Not a new maker. This is a maker that is new to me. The maker's been making bags for quite a while, and I'm going to look up some information, get it right. I've got the computer here so I can chat with everybody. So we'll do a little interactive video today. We'll see how the vertical format goes. You can leave any feedback. Certainly next time we can and do a little horizontal as usual, but I thought I'd try vertical, see if it gets some exposure on YouTube. I know that folks love the vertical on their phone. It's Sunday afternoon here in Kentucky. It's been rainy and nasty all week. Flooding too. Some pretty sad stuff for folks out there, but I am high and dry here in the studio and ready to talk bags with all of y'all. So please make sure that you type where you're from. Say hello. If you're a regular viewer of the channel, we get to interact a little bit today. Instead of you just watching me do a one-take bag review, we can have some conversation throughout the review. That'll make it even more fun. Well, at least it will for me. All right, are we doing this? Well, I think we are. We've got, let's see, about 10 people watching. That's a good start to the stream, and it's a good enough start for me to talk about who we're talking about today. Look at this. Huh? What? It's a little sling bag. This is actually not the bag we're reviewing today. Let me open up the website here for North Street Bags. And you guys can follow along. Feel free if you're on a device that has the capability to follow along and look up North Street Bags. And when you go to North Street Bags, you'll be able to hit shop and go to Slings and Crossbody Bags. When you go to Slings and Crossbody Bags, you'll see two new bags, brand new slings from North Street. And then you'll see all the OG sling bags. The Pioneer is definitely the sling bag that North Street has been kind of riding for a while now. It comes in two different sizes. It's a good bag from what I hear because I've never tested it. And it's just a hole in my bag knowledge. But I know about North Street, just haven't had any of their bags before. So I'm excited to check out North Street Bags. This one is called the Popppler. The Popppler. And the next one is called the Elliot. The other one's called the Pioneer. And so if you scroll down to About Us on the North Street site, what you'll find is that North Street Bags is a U.S. manufacturer in the Pacific Northwest, okay? And you'll know that some of these names of places are actually place names from Portland, okay? So North Street, Pioneer Square, and I can only assume that Elliot and Popppler are as well. So this is Popppler. It's a little sling bag. It's actually not the bag we're going to be reviewing today, but I did want to show you this one too because it is super light. It is a great, I would think that this would be a wonderful bag for running or jogging. Like, it is super light. It comes in 8 different colorways right now. Yeah, 8 different colorways. And you can see that it's basically just 2 big pockets. Pocket number 1, the main pocket here with yellow, and then this really cool kind of, what is this, robin's egg? Is that robin's egg? No, it's lavender? Lilac? What color? Let's see what they call it. Bluebell. They call it Bluebell, RX Bluebell. I think it looks really nice. And then they've got this kind of high vis zipper pulls. And then there's one simple pocket on front. So if you are kind of running, jogging, out walking, and all you need is phone, wallet, AirPods case, chapstick, keys, Like, this is so light, really fun. A US maker, no frills. Like, even the strap itself, just a 1-inch nylon strap, Duraflex buckle for quick release. Yeah, you know, and it's 45 bucks. So, you know, what would I expect to pay for this for a similar sling bag off Amazon? 25 bucks. The $20 that you're paying is for the small maker made in the USA rather than Vietnam or China. And the creativity that goes into the colorways. We've got RX Bluebell, Plum, Goldenrod, Evergreen, White, Black, VX2, EPX Teal, and 1000D Hot Pink. So a lot of cool colorways. I like this Bluebell the best, and it's, yeah, I think a cool bag. So let's see here if there are any questions. Ollie, hello, 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 hello. So if you have any questions about this bag, let me know. But again, this isn't the one that we're primarily reviewing today. It is just another new bag from North Street that I just wanted to show you. It's really good. It's really light. There's not a ton to it. It's more of a pocket with a strap. But for the use case of this bag, which is a super light runaround sling, like super light, just your absolute essentials, pretty good. And definitely well made, but simple, simple, simple. Okay? So, what if you want something a little bit bigger? Well, I wanted to show you a bag that I picked up off Poshmark the other day. And this is, let me see if I can log into Poshmark to give you the exact name of this bag rather than just the brand. Let's see here. I think I can. My purchases, my purchases, my purchases, my purchases. There they are. All right. And then let's see here. I guess I bought this somewhere besides Poshmark. Yeah, I brought this on eBay, I guess. So, kind of my go-to for buying used bags: Poshmark, eBay, Mercari. Probably in that order in terms of finding actual bargains. Let's see. My purchases, recently viewed, bids, offers, purchase history. There it is. All right. Got the name. And this bag was $23. Okay. So this one is called the Elemental Premium Fanny Pack 8-liter from Nike. So the Nike Elemental Premium Fanny Pack. All right, so we'll toss this on, show you what this one looks like. It's much bigger bag than the one we just looked at, but another cool crossbody. I actually really like the look of this. It is kind of built out like the Mountain Hip Pack from Evergoods, but a much lighter material and no kind of funny pocket on the front, just some branding, some in-your-face Nike branding. So yeah, pretty nice little fanny pack. I enjoy this one. I don't know, what do you think about it? It's a 7-liter bag, which is pretty big. There's a couple of pockets here which make it really useful. You got a kind of big zip pocket in the back where you can toss phone, wallet, anything flat. Okay, rides up against your chest. There's not a ton of padding on the back side. And then on the front, you've got a little quick zip pocket that is just a slip-in pocket. There's nothing in here, just a slip-in pocket. Light items, again, something simple. And then you've got the main compartment that's under this rain flap, which is very annoying. Rain flaps. Everybody wants to put rain flaps. And then inside here, there's actually a really nice main compartment. So what do you have? You have 2 zippered mesh pockets on the back, which is nice because a lot of bags of this size only do slip pockets instead of zippered pockets because they feel that it's sufficient. The zip pocket is much better because then you can put smaller items in, and then as you sling this bag around, they're not going to flop out of the little storage that you've selected for them. If it's just a slip pocket, everything is chaos when you open up the lid. Not so with this bag. So another cool little bag, and I like, look at this clear Duraflex buckle. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. This bag actually comes in a lot of different colorways. It's the Elemental 7-liter. I don't recommend buying it new because you can buy it used for much cheaper, and you're just basically kind of buying an older colorway from Nike, and you can get it for half the price that you would pay new for this bag, unless you're buying it off of a clearance sale on the Nike app, which sometimes there's some pretty good clearance sales on the Nike app. Nike has some good bags. I've got two backpacks that I've been meaning to review from Nike. One of them is a Jordan engineered backpack. It's really funky looking. And then the skateboard bag, the one that has been around for frickin' ever, which is actually a really fun bag. What is that one called again? Can't remember. Let's see. Felix, hello. How are you? Hope you're doing well. I can't remember exactly what the name of that skateboard bag is from Nike, but anyway, I've got that one. I've got to get the review done on that one because I actually really like that bag. And you know, for the most part, these gigantic athletic brands don't make wonderful bags. They make afterthought bags, but Nike's got a couple of good ones. And I've got a weirdly good one from Puma the other day, which is wild. Felix says, any Sling camera recommendations? Yeah, we can talk about that for sure. What kind of camera are you talking about? Like DSLR or mirrorless or a point and shoot, like street photography? Let me know what kind of camera you're talking about. I am not a photographer anymore. I'm an iPhone photographer, so significant downgrade for me. But I used to carry a DSLR everywhere that I went. Yeah, everywhere that I went. So I wanted to show you all this one. So we started off looking at this really cool little poplar sling from North Street. 45 bucks. Great, I think, for jogging. Great little jogger bag. You can just tighten it up around your chest. And this kind of is a feel better about yourself Lululemon everyday bag, I think. Like it's like, what did they say it was? 1 liter? Let's see here. Features and specs. I don't even know if they said. 10 inches by 4 inches by 2 inches. Yeah, I think it's a 1 liter bag. Yeah, but really dead simple bag. Really fun. I like it a lot. If you're looking for a little running bag, you could do much worse than this bag. This is cool. And then we talked about this Nike Gigantor bag, which is fun. I think it's well made. Just a giant fanny pack almost. I like it. Yep. But that's not the bag that we're actually doing the review on today either. The One Take bag review today, thank you for allowing me to let the live audience build up just a little bit for this, is this one. This is the Elliot crossbody bag, also from North Street. Give you a close-up look at this sucker. This is a much more complex bag than the one we just looked at, the Poplar. It's also a pricier bag. It's 125 bucks. Felix says DSLR. After we get done with this, Felix, I'll come back to that. I promise. So this is a much more complex bag. This is much more closely related to the Pioneer series from them, but it's also more expensive than the Pioneer hip packs are. It's a really unique bag for them, and it's their most complex sling bag in their lineup now. So North Street out of Portland, Oregon. Let's talk about this thing. You know what a One Take bag review is. We're gonna live do the exterior of this bag, the interior of this bag. Then we're gonna do 2 things that I love about the bag and 2 things that could be better. Let me know, again, please, at some point in the stream or in the comments if you watch later. What do you think of the vertical format? Does it work for you? Did you enjoy? Do you want more live streams or nah? Okay, let's start. Let's do it. All right, so again, let me get this price right. It is $125. This bag comes in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different colorways. This one, which I really like, it's a midnight and orange. There's also a midnight and evergreen. There's also black, because of course. Then there's a moss and black, which looks really, really good. Burgundy and teal, and black and plum. The moss one, that looks really good, like really good. check out that one. Again, you can go to North Street Bags, so North and then ST, northstbags.com, or you can just Google North Street Bags out of Portland, and it'll come up with this company. And we'll also talk about a couple of their other bags that they make as well. Give this brand out of Portland, U.S. made, U.S. designed, give them a little bit more exposure. And you guys can check them out on Instagram and also check them out on their website. All right. So again, this is the Elliot, E-L-I-O-T crossbody sling. And to get this right for you all, it is $125. And I wanted to let you know that it is a 4.5 liter bag. And it is 12 inches by 6.5 inches by 3.5 inches. 12 inches, 6.5 inches, 3.5 inches. All right. We'll talk about all the features as we go through, but I did also want to let you know that there's one option that I did not get, which is you can switch out this strap, which is a standard 2-inch nylon strap with a Duraflex buckle, for a padded strap with a Cobra buckle. So that's like 40, I'll give you the exact price. Let me find it. Yeah, 45 bucks. For 45 bucks, you can upgrade to, it almost looks like a Metro Runner strap. The bags also, by the way, are handmade to order. They don't have a warehouse of bags sitting around that they drop ship to you. They're handmade to order. It'll take you a couple of weeks for the bag to arrive at your house. So be patient, but also know that there is a dude or lady sitting there in Oregon making your bag for you, just for you. So that's pretty cool, I think. So again, this is the Elliot crossbody sling bag. All right. So what else do you need to know on the exterior of this bag? Well, first off, it is a really nice Cordura, and it has AquaGuard zippers on the front, but not on the main compartment. We'll talk about pocketing in a little bit. You've got some zipper garages in this hot orange. You've got zipper pulls in this paracord right here. And the zips themselves say, what do they say on them? LB something, something, something. Okay. And let me see what else they would have me tell you about from their site. Yeah, nothing else I think that I need to tell you. Yeah. All right. So on the back, we don't have any pockets. We'll start back here. What we do have is hooks. And with these hooks, you've got these gate hooks, so you can remove the sling or the strap and replace it with a strap of your choice, or if you wanted to upgrade to the Cobra or switch back and forth between the two. Yeah. You can see a little corner right here. It looks like maybe the strap would be tuckable. It is not tuckable, but it is padded back here. There is no grab handle on the back of the bag. The bag does, however, have the straps coming off at an angle, so instead of a hip pack, this is clearly designed to be a crossbody bag, and it wears really well. Speaking of, this is it, wearing really well. So sits right across your chest or your back, whichever you prefer, or you can let it ride and hang down low. Become a little hip side bag. All right. And I see that there's about 20 people watching right now, so make sure you say hi. We'd love to chat, not just talk at you, but talk with you. All right. You've got pull tabs here that you can pull against while you're opening the bag. Yep. And then also, you can hook this little compression strap onto the side of the bag and compress it. I found that to be a little unnecessary, really. What's up, Zeno? Good to see you. So you got compression strap here and a compression strap here. You can compress the bag, but like I said, it's 3.5 inches. So I don't know how much more you need to compress it. Maybe you just need your bag to be as tight as humanly possible. All right, pocket time? Pocket time. Let's get into it. What's behind this AquaGuard zipper? Well, first off, the color yellow. If you were betting on what interior color would go with this blue and orange, I hope you went with neon fluorescent yellow. There's not a lot of bags out there with the neon fluorescent yellow as the interior choice, but I like it. I think it's certainly high vis. You can't argue with that. Yeah. So what do I have in here? It's, by the way, this is just a pocket. There's no subdivision, no organization, nothing crazy inside this front pocket, but it is massive. The whole front panel is one big pocket. I like that. We don't need tiny pockets within the front pocket on a sling bag this small. You don't. Especially if your organization, spoiler alert, if your organization is really nice inside the bag. And we've got Stellos from Greece. What's up? I don't know how to say hi in Greek. But hi in Greek. Nice to see you. Look at this. I got some new blue blockers. How about that? Get you some blue blockers. They're sweeping the land. All right. So that's the front pocket. I also put my AirPods in there. It's a great little grab and go. What else did I put in there? Huh. New version of the Colonel Ichabod mustache comb, which is, as you know, it's not up for debate, the best mustache comb in the entire industry. No doubt about it. All right. That's the front pocket. You got some branding down here. Let me know, what do you think of that branding? Subtle? Too big? How does it look to you? I don't know. I think it's somewhere in between. I don't think it's quite subtle, but it's also not, I think, too offensive because it's in black and white and it's kind of in the lower part of the bag. I don't know. I prefer not as branded on my bags. You also have a little American flag right here because this bag is made in the USA. Not too shabby. You also have a little tiny North Street logo back here. So, interesting. All right. Is it time? I think it's time. Time for the main event. The main pocket. The main event. Let's do this thing. Well, we'll unzip it. And of note, if we want to unzip it all the way, we have to unhook these little compression straps. But when you do, the bag opens. Look at this. A full clamshell fanny pack. Let me see. I think you can still see this. Yeah. Look at this. Let me move my laptop out of the way. This is a full clamshell fanny pack. It's absolutely cool, I think. So on the front, you actually have the whole front panel here is hook and loop. And so I've put a little Maxpedition first aid kit right here. But you could put an admin panel, you could put morale patches, you could put a holster, you could put a little bag, you could put two bags side by side, pin loops, all kinds of stuff could fit on there, but it's just two strips of hook and loop on the front there. Or you could put nothing and just not use the front for storage and have extra space because it is, again, it's 4.5 liters. It feels a little bigger. It feels not too far off from this 7-liter Nike bag. Not too far off at all, really. So yeah, that's the front panel. I've got my gimbal in here, by the way. This is probably a 4 or 5 Polaner Sunset storage sling. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could probably fit 5 in there by stretching the zipper, but really it's a 4-can sling, no matter which way you put them. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so there's a 12-ounce soda can for you to kind of understand sizing here. All right. Now look at this back panel. And by the way, how cool is this thing that, you know, you can just zip it all the way open. One of my pet peeves with most of the sling bags out there is that they're so scared that your bag is going to flop all the way open that they make the opening, you know, halfway down the bag, which means that you're always trying to get a better angle to look in. And in this case, they've kind of solved that by adding these compression straps. When they're on there, you can't zip the bag past the compression strap, but when you remove them, you can get all the way into this sucker. And you can fold it all the way open, and if you have an admin pocket or something on this side, you could set it on the table next to you and get at all your stuff very easily. So I like that. On the back panel here, you've got 2 large slip pockets, and this is just fabric, right? It's just the nylon fabric from the interior of the bag sewn to make a wallet slip pocket. For me, a blue light blocking slip pocket. 1, 2. And then right here, you've got pocket knife flashlight, Sharpie, but 3 really nicely sized pin pockets. And again, this is a full-size pin light, and this is a full-size Sharpie, and so the admin pocket is not annoyingly shallow, which a lot of them are. Which, why? Why? Like, everybody has a pen, I would think, laying around in their workshop where they're making their bags. Make sure your pockets can fit a normal size pen or pen light or pocket knife, and the bag can still close. I mean, don't be silly, bag makers. So what do we have going on? We got a really nice, I think, really nice little admin section. Yeah, really nice. I like it. What do y'all think? Let's see. Maya says, I really like that concept. I think so. I think it's really nice. Really nice. But that's not all. There's actually also a slip pocket back here. And this is going to be a little harder to see. There's a slip pocket back here, and I've dropped in my battery backup. And then inside the slip pocket, there's 2 more slip pockets, subdivided. And these are kind of playing card sized. So at the end of the day, really, really cool sling bag. All right, you know what time it is. It is time for 2 things that I like about this bag. Well, the first thing that I really like about this bag is the full zip clamshell of the fanny pack. Like, wow. And Complex DNA says, I like that. Is there a pocket on the back? We'll get to that in one moment. Don't steal my things. All right. So, really like the full unzip here and the wide open space inside this bag. It's really, really a useful bag because you can get all the way into it. And then I like the pocketing. So thing number 1, the size and wide opening of the main compartment. Thing number 2, we've got the very useful storage on the back with the hidden pocket behind it with 2 storage things, and the pocketing up front is just a big old pocket. I mean, it's just kind of, if I was designing a bag, not around how many features could I jam into the sucker, but what features are actually useful in a bag this size. Yeah, that's what I would be kind of landing on, is a slip pocket and a big wide open main pocket here with useful pocketing, the size of things that people carry these days, and a little hidden pocket. But there's actually a little bit more that I would do with a bag like this. The first thing that I would do with a bag like this is back here. So who said it? Complex DNA, you said it. There is no back pocket on this bag at all. So you just have a padded back section. Now, is that the end of the world? No, but why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you just add a slip pocket back there? I don't know. I guess maybe they thought it was sufficient without. I would have added it. And I also would have added some sort of handle. 4.5 liters is right at the edge of handle needed on a bag. This one from Nike, the 7 liter, is well past handle needed. So there definitely should have been a handle on this one. 4.5 is kind of right on the edge of it. So I think it's fine without it, because you certainly can just grip up this bag by the strap, but it's just not as nice to pick up that way. Yeah, I think maybe I would have added a little handle on the back of the bag. All right, and On Point Photography says, cool, how much? This one is $125, but if you'd like, you can spend more than that and also buy the Cobra buckle padded strap. I did not do that. I like Duraflex much better than Cobra for a small sling. Doesn't look as cool, but it's much lighter, and lightness for a crossbody bag is an important deal for me. Yeah, so good looking bag. I like the colorways that they chose. I like the material that they chose. I like the accessories that they chose. I think the bag looks just pretty great. And I like the full zip. So this does for me a lot of, like, I've been reviewing a lot of Sea Tactical slings lately. A lot. This I like just a little bit more than that. It's also 3 times the price, unfortunately. But I love this wide opening. Just love it. Absolutely love it. All right. And then let's see. Yeah, so On Point Photography, $125. And then y'all were asking earlier, I forget who exactly asked earlier about, oh, if you have any other questions about this bag, please let me know. But also, please check out North Street Bags, because they have a lifetime guarantee, made in the USA bags in Portland, Oregon, designed and made in the USA. And they've got a couple of things that you should know about. They've got backpacks. Let's see, they've got a 22 liter, a 32 liter, and a 20 liter. And then they've got a weekender backpack that is sold out right now, and the really interesting Vancouver Day pack, which has been sold out for a while. But I really wish I had been able to get my hands on that one. And then they've got a custom button as well. So how it works, it says, add any standard or custom item, then select and add any custom add-ons. Add any add-on selections will override the standard. Reach out with questions. And it looks like you can make the Woodward backpack custom. Yeah. So, yeah, play around with the site. Go check them out, because ultimately there's some cool stuff here. Like, definitely this really light little jogging sling is really good, and then I very much like this one from North Street. It's simple. I review a lot of stuff with high-tech fabrics, with all the bells and whistles. This is simpler than some of my usual stuff, but sometimes simple wins the day. Sometimes simple, when you just want to be able to grab your stuff easily, sometimes simpler is much better. And speaking of that, I've got a simple tote review coming up very soon. And we'll see how simple is too simple. All right, let's see what other comments we've got. All right, sling bag recommendations for the DSLRs. Well, I think if I were carrying a DSLR today, I would carry a Quick Draw from Green Room 136. That's more of a satchel than it is a sling bag, but it's cubic. Or a bonsai bag from Rickshaw Bagworks. Again, another one that is kind of QB lunchbox shaped, but that works so well because then you can buy any foam padded camera cube insert on the market and make it work for the bag. Because that's what I would kind of do. When I carried a DSLR every day, what I carried it in was a Maxpedition Jumbo Versa Pack. Okay? And I don't have it on me anymore, but I carried that, and there's no padding at all in that bag. So what I did, and I was not like making a living off of photography, and I didn't have the best gear in the world. I had a Pentax DSLR with a couple of different lenses. I really like that camera. But what I did was I actually bought a really thick beanie cap, like a toboggan, winter hat, really thick one. And then I put my DSLR with a lens cap on it, put it down in the beanie, and then put that down in the main pocket of the Maxpedition sling. That protected it really well. I never had any issues with the camera in that kind of setup. So I guess I would figure out a storage solution, and then I'd find something a little boxier for the DSLR. All right, we're almost to the end of our time today. I guess I'll ask you all the question. Are there any other questions that you had about these bags or anything else that's going on with the channel or anything else that you wanted to talk about today while we are together and before I end the live stream? And also would love and be curious about what you thought of the live stream and whether this format works for you. Let me know. So any other questions, feel free to drop them in, and I will pop open a Polar Sunset and wait and see if there's any other questions before we go. All right. Stelios says the live stream is cool. Love that. Not Me says, what is the next collab bag? Am I allowed to reveal that yet? I don't think I'm allowed to reveal that yet, but it should be revealed within the next 2 weeks. Okay, so please be patient. There's actually 2 collabs in the works. One of them is definitely happening soon. Definitely happening soon. Let's see. Zeno says, I found you a few weeks ago and you are my favorite bag channel. Ordered some green room stuff because of you. Oh, that's great. Well, I hope you love it. I'm a huge green room fan, and welcome to the channel. I think that's really, really cool. Love that. Love that. Let's see if there are any other comments or questions before we wrap things up. Got the Metro Runner. Excellent. David says, have you used any of the pouches from Dispatch? How do you like the ways they attach to their bags? So you're talking about their smaller pouches, not their slings that they call pouches, because they've got the unit pouch and the unit vertical pouch that are more sling bags, but they call them pouches. Is that what you're talking about? Let me know, David. While I answer Complex DNA's question, what was your first bag? Well, my very first bag, I've actually got, hold on. This is a German book bag, and they last forever, built like a tank, but it's got reflectors and a pencil case that matches. This is a really nice Galaxy colorway. Der Echte Scout Space. But yeah, this isn't the exact one, but I went and found one. This is my first bag. Probably not what you were talking about, but yeah, this is my first bag, and wore one like this every day. My dad was in the military. We lived over in Germany, and this was what I wore every day. This was my EDC when I was in school. Let's see here. The smaller accessory fidlock pouches. No, David, thanks for clarifying. I haven't tried those. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Those look cool as heck, but I haven't tried them yet. You'll have to let me know if you do. Camp Booyah says, have you tried the poacher? Yeah, so for those not in the know, that is from Bedouin Foundry. And if you look up the Bedouin Foundry poacher, you'll see a bag that kind of looks, do I have anything similar? No, not right next to me. I don't, I guess. But it looks kind of like a really heavy canvas satchel with a flap top on it, and well, certainly just feel free to Google it right now and you'll know what it looks like. Bedouin Foundry, very bespoke brand from England. Very cool stuff. But the poacher has a unique feature on the front of this satchel. There's a net, there's a webbing, and it's kind of built and designed after what poacher bags would be, like where you would stuff your game birds, like if you were poaching in the forest and you were a hunter in the 1700s in England, 1800s, you'd shoot a pheasant and then you'd stuff it or a rabbit into the front of this pouch. Certainly that's not what you're doing with this bag these days, but a really cool bag. Yeah, I had one of those in red and black. The interior is awesome. I never really had a use for the webbing. I mean, it was more of a looks cool webbing. Camp Booyah says, is it more of a sling or a messenger? More of a sling. More of a sling. I think they call it a messenger. It's more of a sling. It's about the size of, what's a common bag? It's a little bit bigger than an Air Day Sling 3 Max, but just a little bit bigger. And because of the materials being so much heavier, It feels even a little bit tighter than that, but it's not a big messenger bag at all. They do have a messenger. Let's see, Not Me says, what's your favorite wild bag? Wow. So you're talking just crazy, crazy bags. Like, can't believe that they made that kind of bag. And not custom. Not custom. Okay. I've got a million. I'm looking around. I've got a million of them. So I can't do my custom bags from Rickshaw, which are really fun. Can't do my custom green room bags. The Topo bag that I just got is really growing on me. It's really fun. Make sure you check out that review if you haven't. That's from Hitchhiker Singapore. But let me show you one that I've always really liked. And I'll put this German school bag back up. So this is one that, you know, I can't believe somebody green-lighted this thing. It's really kind of wild. It's a very unique duffel top-loading backpack situation. It's from a brand called Hex. And I guess to tie the question in from earlier, Hex actually makes some good camera slings. H-E-X, Hex. But this is the Hex Armenia. And it's just really cool. They custom made this fabric, and it's off of Armenian fabric designs. And then it's got some leather details, black leather and brown leather all over the bag. It's got these compression straps on the front. Gorgeous. It's got a quick access pocket on the top. And then it's a top loading bag. So inside, and it zips to the front, which is really nice. But inside, check out this fabric. Another Armenian inspired fabric. So it's the Armenia series adventure pack. It's got a zip on the front where you can access the main compartment from the side zip as well if you don't want to go into the top. And then it's got a really plush laptop sleeve. It's really a cool bag. And then even the back panel here is custom printed with the matching Armenian fabric. So yeah, and then on the side, this is an insulated bottle pocket to keep food or drinks cold. And then on this side, just a traditional pocket, but also lined in that really neat liner. So yeah, I've kind of always had a soft spot for that one. I've considered selling it a few times, but I haven't pulled the trigger. It's just a pretty unique bag, and there's not a lot else out there like that. They don't make big top-loading travel bags like that. It's just not what people want. They want clamshells in a travel bag. So it's pretty unique in the fabric. It's unique in the design. It's very comfortable, and yeah, there's nothing else out there like that. Booyah says, and we'll wrap this up, we'll make this the last question. How do you find these unique bags? It's like what the Joker says to Batman in the old school one, right? Where do you get these wonderful toys? I just spend a lot of time. I research a lot. I'm constantly browsing used bags. I'm constantly kind of talking to other bag nerds about what else is out there. It's a lot of research, and it's a lot of fun. And I hope that you enjoy watching the channel and seeing some unique makers. I take great pride in this channel being a place where that is free of affiliate marketing and free of all that noise. Folks taking money from bag makers and turning their videos into just long form ads for placed products. And it's just not what this channel is going to be about ever. So you can continue to come here and find rare stuff, new stuff, weird stuff, funky stuff. Hope you enjoy it. All right, everybody, thank you so much for the love and support. As always, please follow me on Instagram. It's Klint from YouTube over on Instagram. Join the subreddit if you haven't. And remember, in about 10 days, we'll be drawing for the free bag giveaway. There's going to be 10 bags given away. I've made some community posts about that. So please, 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 please. All right, everybody, thank you so much. See you next time. Bye.